Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Chris and welcome to Chris Angel Tarot. And today we're going to be asking the question, will be Native American be making a comeback? It's been a question that's been on my mind recently. I know that a lot of Native Americans in America have struggled, and I'm not speaking on their behalf, but based on how history, I'm going based on what history is saying. Based on how history treated them, it hasn't been very nice, and I want to know what is the future for Native Americans, because I'm really hoping that they have a better future going forward after having Donald Trump as president. So we're going to be doing a Celtic cross today, and we're going to see how that goes, okay? Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And we're going to go right into it. We'll try to keep it a very short video. If it's very hard for you to understand me, I apologize. I did try my best to set up automatic closed captioning, and English, United States, I guess that's like the general like type besides automatic English. So please let me know in the comments in any of the videos if they're accurate. I just want to make sure that you have the correct results. I don't want you to be confused about anything or anything of that sort. Also, just before we get into it, please remember this is for entertainment purposes only. And you know what time it is? Spooktober. Well, it's not October yet, but in my life, it's always Spooktober. So, there you go. We're gonna spread some positivity. If there was a fire. Gonna watch me struggle for a little bit. Gonna be kind of embarrassing, don't you think? Oh. Even I fail trying to learn how to use a ruler. What makes you think I can actually light something on fire? Oh, you smell that? Vanilla. Okay, now I guess you don't see the smoke. Like this bad boy on fire. You see it? Oh, yeah. Peace, love, light, white light protection. Because when you're dealing with the negative energy from politics and political questions, or you know, just general questions anyway, you always want to clear the air from any negativity that remains in the local area. Because you know, when you're home, there's always going to be some sort of fight going on. So unless you live in a peaceful home, then you know you're living the dream, man. You're living the dream, or woman, or that however you identify. So the question is, will Native American make a comeback? Spirit. Okay. Woo! Okay, so the significant... Is that how you say it? Okay, well the first card that came out was this, so this is resembled Native Americans. Now, so how I read cards is basically based on the picture and its interpretation, energy that I'm feeling from it. I don't necessarily read the meaning unless I feel like inside, like in my gut feeling, that the meaning is more significant than whatever I'm interpreting, or just to add more context to whatever it is that I'm asking for. Okay, that was on me. Woo! Okay. Okay, Spirit, please give me 9 cards on will Native Americans make a comeback. I want to know, really. I love them. They have such an amazing culture. I'm like that type of person that enjoy traveling a lot. So I've been to like Italy and England by myself actually. I worked very hard to get there, and you know, I just love culture. I like exploring what other people like to do, you know. It's just so nice, you know. Just trying to see people just do what they always do, you know. So, you know, even in the U.S., you go from New York, I live in New York, and you just go down to like Florida, for example. You have a totally different like atmosphere, you know. I don't know what they're like. Honestly, I don't really go in the States. I normally go to Europe by myself because my parents like to stay in the States, so you know, the whole shenanigans. Alright, Alright. Will Native Americans make a comeback? Will Native Americans make a comeback? Okay. So now at the base of the pack, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like they will be making a comeback. That's what I'm feeling from that. So they're being challenged by the Page of Cups. So I'm going to explain it after. I'm just going to do the whole thing so I don't give false information. Okay, then I'm going to do the 4 final cards after this. Okay. I just want to apologize that I'm new, so give me a little bit. Alright. So, this is the card that represents the question or the Native American. I really see that. They have a very outpouring spirit. They're a very spiritual being to begin with. And I really feel like they really went through a very difficult time that they shouldn't have. It was, I guess in a broad definition, it's not textbook definition in the terms of it being in a textbook, but by my own definition, it was a Native American genocide, what was happening, and you know, them being restricted to vote and etc., etc. But now we're coming to terms where America's more diverse, so they're more likely to have a voice. I just want to see like how that's going to be like going forward. So they're being challenged by the Fool, and no, excuse me. Well, I called it a Fool because, like, you know, it kind of look like the Fool. But it's the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is normally like you're looking at your opportunities. But in this, I saw it as the Fool. Somebody who's just very foolish and not realizing Native American people or people from their heritage, their real actual worth. I feel like they're very spiritual beings. They're here to help raise up the vibration of the earth. And so, you know, to some degree, I think they're here for a purpose, and anybody who wishes harm on them, I feel like they don't really get good karma. Obviously, I mean, you don't want good karma for like discriminating against somebody else, but in this case, it's not good karma, so that's a good thing. So they'll be influenced. I really see this. I got the voice by the voters. So there's also a lot of other tarot card readers for the voters, and this is what the influence. Oh. Sorry, got something in my eye. And yeah, so what I got out of it is that they're being influenced by this election. I feel like they're a very conservative group, but I could potentially be wrong, so don't hold me to that. But yeah, I see them coming out in droves this time. They're trying to show their true strength and worth, and I value them. Actually, I have a couple of things that they have. I forgot what it's called. It's like the little spider web. You probably know what it is. But, yeah, so this is their worth. This is their value. I also see this is money. Some new money coming in. Something's advertising who they are or what they are, their culture, perhaps. This is the past. They were juggling. They had a very emotional future, as you can see. It's very emotional in the back, but he's on land. So he's juggling. He's okay. He's steady now. Or she. But, he's steady. He's juggling two things. He's juggling money, and I really feel like that's land. Like, juggling a lot of money and land. Like, they weren't sure what to do because I really get a pull to the revolutionary times, and part of that is if you look in the back, there's a boat, and that normally takes me to like the Mayflower. They were talking about the Mayflower and like how the Pilgrim came here and stole the land, and so the Native Americans had a choice to give up the land willingly or either get money for it. And well, they were lied to. They never actually got money for it, and the land was stolen anyway, and it suffered major consequences. So I could definitely see the emotional aspect from this. This is a 2 card, but they also have going into the goal. This is the goal in life. This is the goal as like a collective group. The Ace of Pentacles. I see happiness. They want to be, I'm seeing this that they want reparation. They want money being given them for the trauma that they went through. Almost like slavery reparations, but it's different because it's not necessarily slavery reparation. I'm seeing this more like a genocide reparation for United States. Well, not the United States, because the United States didn't do it at the time that it was created. It was normally Britain or the colonies, perhaps. for what they've done to them as a person and how they shrunk a large population, I think 200 million, down to a very small group of people. And so that's their goal. They want to be handed reparations so that they can move forward. There is hope. I definitely do see that. If you look here, there's hope. They're hoping for that money to come in the near future. This indicates what to come in the next few weeks or months. Again, this is near the vote. I feel like the vote might be taken away, or they may be shunned from voting, or they may be prevented from voting. And this is actually accurate because in North Carolina, they started preventing or started creating laws. Don't hold me to it, but it's almost certain they did, from preventing Native Americans from voting. And so that's what I'm seeing here. The votes, the ballots is being held on the back, and I think it's not Trump or like the Republican Party, but I think it's on the behalf of the Russian, because normally this is the Russian card who's wearing a Russian hat, or like somebody from the Middle East perhaps. But yes, whoever's doing it, they're not doing it for a good reason. This is in the near future, by the way, so this is gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna be election time when that comes. Now this is gonna be for the quadrant. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna read it to you. They're slightly different from the significator. The card indicates how the quadrant is currently approaching the situation. Okay, so basically what this means is how they're thinking, how they're going about the situation. So basically the reaction to the question that being asked. So as you're gonna see, like, they're very tired. There's a lot of struggle that they went through in the behind them, but they're holding on to one stick of hope. They have their last thing, and that is voting. I really feel like this is a vote thing. I think this election is gonna be a big change for a lot of people around the world, because this will make it or break it. Okay, so now going forward, we're going to be talking about the environment surrounding the situation. Yeah, like I said, I feel like after this election, it's going to get better. And so as you can see, there is people with stories in their back. And like I was saying previously, there's a lot of struggles that they went through. And if you look here, it was in the back, but it's in reverse. So this is the environment going in. So they are very hopeful that things will turn around and that they might get reparations for the damage that was caused by the Native American genocide. So this is gonna be, pardon me, in the hope and fear. I feel like they're a little afraid, and you can easily see this. Like, this is the energy I'm getting, is that they're afraid of being left out alone. Like, they don't want to be alone. They want to be part of the collective. They want to be considered American and Native American at the same time, if you know what I mean. And they're looking. They have that beacon of hope. They're in the darkness right now, but they feel like voting is a good way to get their voice heard, I think. And this is not a predictive channel. This is tarot cards and tarot cards views on the current energy. And what I'm getting from this is that they will be coming out in bigger numbers than they normally would. And so they may doom either the Republicans or the Democrats in certain states, but I feel like it's more so for the Republicans only because of North Carolina trying to block them from voting. So there's that, and here's the final outcome. I may need clarifiers, so we'll see. Okay. Alright, so the final outcome, I feel like they don't have a lot of opportunities. I feel like this is as accurate as you could possibly get. I feel like at one point they had a lot of options, but as you can see, like, through, it's because of the struggles, but they're very hopeful. They're very hopeful that something better will come out of this. And they're seeing that there's not a lot of options left. You know, like, each opportunity is going one by one, taken away from them, and I think that they don't want to lose their vote. And if they lose their vote, how else are you going to be recognized? How else are you going to be heard? And so that's what I'm feeling from that. I'm just going to get a couple clarified just to see what else may happen. Hopefully it's something positive. Okay, so, yeah, so I think after the election, they're going to be looking at where do we go next from here? Where do we do from after this? Like, what to go beyond? And so if you look here, like, this person is holding 3 wands. Oh, he's holding a wand, but he has 2 wands behind him. And I see that, like, he's on a hill. Like, look at all the dry land going forward in the mountain. I feel like that is going to be, like, plateauing a little bit. So I feel like after the election, they're looking at the devastating results of what happened to the country that they knew. They're looking and they're almost like analyzing what happened and what's our next step. We got what we wanted, but now how do we go from here is what I'm getting from that. And this is the last card. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of fighting in the future about what to do. I feel like this is coming. I didn't feel like this. Excuse me, pardon me. I feel like this is about the Democrats and the Republicans fighting against what they should do with the Native American reparations going forward. There's going to be a lot of fighting. As you can see, a lot of groups are fighting. I'm also getting a feeling that this is also different type of tribes, and they don't want to be classified as one collective as Native American. They want to be classified based on a tribe and tribehood. So I would definitely say that there's going to be some sort of fighting going on, but in the future there is very hopeful because at the base of the deck, it was the Queen of Pentacles. So they will get reparation. That is the current energy right now. But in the near future, I don't see it happening. I mean, in the close future, in the immediate future, it's not happening. But in the far future, I do see it. But, yeah, so thank you for coming. Don't forget to subscribe and click the link below. I mean, there's no link. Sorry. Don't forget to click the bell icon. And hope you tune in for the next episode. Thank you. Bye.